folks. This is quick. I don't understand why this thing's fucked in the head. You know, I'm just sharing. I almost don't care anymore how many of you guys hate me or like me. Do I save this shit somehow? I don't know. Anyway, if you missed the Facebook start, I'm trying to do cable twisted together. So I'm twisting each cable, then twisting them together, hoping to form a more rigid structure to use as a foot rail on a bar. That's what I'm doing. Perfect. I'm testing it. Don't seem it's working very well, but I am testing it. I got about 30 foot of this I think I need to do. And it's a hokey situation, I'll tell you that right now. So I gotta get this in there without freaking burning down the place. Oh, too far. Come back up. Come back up. Alright. I can't imagine handling 30 foot of this shit. But so what I'm trying to do with each cable is twist it first a little tighter than it wants to be. Just clean it up a little. Hopefully give it some rigidity. And then taking those 3 strands, twisting them together. While they're red hot. In hopes fall out. Then we end up with a pretty damn rigid structure in the end. Now I have plan B and J and Q. Maybe there's some welding involved. I don't know. Figure I can make it now, unless I got to freak with later. It's possible I could do these in 4 or 5 foot sections. Anyway, I did a live stream on Facebook just to make it free. But Facebook was kicking me out. I had music playing at one time. I took that little hump out of there. That was that fucking broken toe. I'm not freaking broken. Not broken, it's sprained. Didn't have to fall on it. A little bit of left, a little bit of right. Water on that really wouldn't be helpful right now. Maybe I have to make a machine to crank that shit up. uniformity isn't there that I want. So again, I got about 25 feet of this I have to do. So maybe I have to do 50 feet. If I do them in 4 or 5 foot sections, maybe that'll help. We don't even know if this son of a bitch is going to work. I guess we'll use the leaks and go play it up. I may need to make a machine, I don't know. Leave it on me. I wish I could just play my music while I do these videos. Some of you guys complaining, live streams are for interaction, Chandler. Live streams are when Chandler can't make a video. To show you that there's a hell of a lot more to trying to make a living as a blacksmith than making a knife. Hell of a lot more to it. Hell of a lot more to it. Especially somebody like me. Brain is done fried. Brain is done fried. A little bit of left, a little bit of right. So I started off with 6 foot pieces. Part of the proof concept here is, in addition to what does a twist look like, how much loss do I get in the twist? And how much rigidity is there in the twist? So this twist here is a little longer than over here. So from an artistic standpoint, it won't matter. I just can't imagine doing 30 foot of this. At the same time, I can't imagine not giving it a go anyway, eh? I wonder if I need to clamp that in next time. Cut those arms off. Woo-wee! Woo-wee, Master Chief. Still got a pretty good bend in there though. Damn it, the hell. I hope they'll get more rigid. That was the plan, Sam. I don't know. I'd like to tighten these cables up. I'd like to tighten these cables up down here before I switch ends. God, this is a lot of work. Seems like a lot of work to me. One of a kind, I guess, are a lot of work. They are, they are. what everybody was trying to do. I don't hate it. I don't love it yet. Still flexible. Oh, shit. Forcing my foot in there. I had a little bit more fucking fortitude. It's going to end up right there. I'm cutting it off and flip it around. Like I said, it's proof of concept. Ain't making no money. But you can't make no money unless you make what the customer wants. That's a fact. You can't promise something that you can't make. So that's what you got to work with. Let's hope that's somewhere near where I want to be. Waste of my time. A little bit of left, a little bit of right. Alright, we'll flip it around in the forge and get the other end down and see what we lost in length. hoping that I know I'm not getting is more rigidity. Maybe you can't hear me. Waterfalls going in the background. I was hoping for a little more rigidity, but I didn't get it. Which means even after I get this stuff figured out, I twist it together to make it look like that. I got to figure out how to make it rigid. But lots of bleach. Lots of bitch sometimes. What the hell? You guys are here. Ain't like I'm alone. Catch up with you guys while it's heating. I don't know how far back you are. You guys are crazy. That sucks. I like to role play as salmon. That's what I went back to. Struggle is real. Braiding cables together to make to be easier. Can you hear me? Texas is here. Iowa is watching as well. Yes, I'm trying to make a footrest for a bar out of twisting cable together. Hoping that it would get rigid. It ain't happening, but it's proof of concept 1. Braiding it's easier. Maybe. I don't know, man. I don't know shit. Yeah, sorry about the earbuds and the grinder. Today was a rough day, so I decided to give this proof of concept a test. There's a brewery opening up in the same building that I have the shop. They have a bar going in and they need a footrest. It's their idea to twist some cable together. I'm hoping I can do that. About the sound, David Watson. I got the fan going, I got the forge going, and I'm talking in the background. It's the best I can do right now, guys. Dirty Smith's Zombie Apocalypse. I've been actually thinking of doing something stupid, or not stupid, but crazy like that. Chandler from Canada, all evening. Well, said I'm gonna get back to it. Sorry, it's a shitty show. That's what people tell me. Not you guys, not the ones that are talking, but these guys from California are calling me. They want to know what I should do. I should take a call on live. Some new show about blades smithing and blacksmithing. They want me to call them back. Here I am, just trying to twist the goddamn cable. So I'm trying to twist the cable. Make it into a footrest. tanks are not big enough. Invest in a coal or a propane forge. Gotta invest in some tank. Don't fall. Jesus Christ, don't fall. You'll burn me like a mother. Alright, so we're twisting this way. Let's keep on twisting. Looks much better when I don't try to re-twist it first. And well, that saves a hell of a lot of work. Yeah, that looks much better. I doubt it's more rigid. Woo-wee! So again, the point is a footrest for a bar. Industrial themed bar. So the owner came to the idea of twisting three. I think he has 7/8. That's what I have here today, 7/8 cable. Twisting those together, hopefully to give enough rigidity for a footrest. I don't think we're going to achieve that, but we got the look I think he's looking for. I think, anyway. Plus it burns a lot of that friggin' oil off. So you can cool it down and keep it straight at the same time. Looks like I got some holes in there. Got a 90-degree turn put on this too. I know the sound sucks. Sorry. Sorry. Plus the water. Got my waterfall project going in the background. Should have shut it out. Sprained ankle getting splattered on. Oh, one more time. This floor sweats because there's a basement under it so bad I don't mind dropping a little water on it. Yesterday was soaking wet. If I do a project and try to finish it, if I don't finish it, it'll be rusted tomorrow. It makes multi-day projects a little bit of a problem. Cheers, what a tears, what a tears, what a tears. So that was the idea, if you guys can see it or not. Taking three pieces of 7/8 or inch, I think he has 7/8, he got a coil of it. Turn it into a foot rail, but also having some rigidity to it, and as you can see there's no rigidity to it. Which means Chandler got some homework to do. Oh well. What you gonna do? Alright. Where are we at? Let's say hello for you guys for a minute and then let you go. Into your penny. Science Addict. I've been doing this for on live stream chats. I have a channel. It's called Chandler Dickinson. I don't know if you're asking me or the rest of the world. Holy crap. I really hoped to pick up some major rigidity out of that. It didn't happen. God, I can't see you, which means you probably can't see me. Oh, I gotta put my glasses on. Yeah, the shop is awesome. It's still full of things I haven't put away, but it's awesome. It's just my brain that ain't. If I had my brain where it was supposed to be, I'd be doing really well, my friends. I'm in the dark. Whew. Yep, I'm good. Cable wrap on a pipe. I know that's one of the options. God, I wish I could get rid of these glasses. Or a solid half-inch round or something. James, been busy, Chandler. Not busy enough, and that's not because I don't. It's my fault. Let me tell you a secret. If you had drive and motivation to be a blacksmith, and you put yourself out there right now, I could be making good money. I could be doing well financially. It's just everything else has gotten in the way. Oh, hang on. My son just texted me. Who the hell is getting a hold of my son? Oh, yeah. Well, they claim to be from this California TV show. Getting a hold of my son, but I don't know if I believe it. I wonder if welding it solid on the bottom and back where you can't see it. Yeah, that's one of the options. Or maybe welding. Gosh, I wish you could see me. The lights just from the door is a bitch. Hang on, let me turn. See what happens. Yeah, I can lay that in an angle iron base. I can weld something to the bottom of it. I can weld something. The problem with welding to wire or cable, in my mind, in my experience rather, is that those cables are so small you end up with a lot of broken cables, and of course I'm not a great welder. So, but yeah, we'll figure it out, and that's a lot of what I do. That's one of the things that actually not depress. It's one of the things that kind of get to me every once in a while is that almost everything I do, hardening it. Yeah, Justin, that's a good idea. Oh, you suck. 30 feet of that? I don't know, maybe that's an answer. Almost everything I do is a one-off, you know, in that there's so much research and time, and like you just saw, that this is just proof of concept. I mean, if I were anybody else, those are all billable hours and I'd be making money, but to me, I'm not making money. Somebody shouldn't pay for me not knowing what the heck I'm doing. So, I don't know. We'll figure it out for sure. San Francisco Bay. Yeah, well, we're trying. You know what I mean? I don't know. Being here working, 3:25. Usually I crash around 1 o'clock, which I did, but I pushed through it. So I'm here. So I don't know. And for those of you that's just joining in, I know the sound sucks. I got the waterfall testing in the background. I'm going to unplug that. Oh, everything's in the way. Shit, I was going to show you what's going on here. Ooh, that's hot down there. It's hot down there. So the client is doing a bar, and they want, or one of the ideas that they had for a footrest was twisted cable. So using 3 strands of 7/8 cable, twist that together to make it a bar footrest. But as you see, even after it's twisted, it's got a little bit of flexibility. So I actually started the live stream on Facebook because This whole getting money for videos thing is starting to bother me. I'm not making enough to make enough videos. I'm not making enough to make freaking dinner. So I just thought I'd make one. Threw it on Facebook, but they wouldn't take it. I had music playing at the same time. So I jumped over here. I'm tired. Right, lay the 3 cables around the solid core. I think that might actually look cool just as a triangular pattern around as something, you know. I don't think a 1/2 inch solid would be good enough. Maybe, no, you can do 3. You could do, you might be able to do 3. Maybe over some angle. I'll work it out. But that, you know, this is part of it. Some of you guys are here because you've watched me give up my engineering job and try making a living making things, and I was doing really, really well at the beginning. But you have to do, well, you don't have to do stuff like this. You go ahead and quote beyond freaking crazy numbers, and if people are willing to pay it, then you do all the research behind the scenes and you're ready to go. Yeah, 1-inch black pipe. It's not the look I want. You know, it's like, I want it to be authentic. So 1 inch is too big. Pipe might be stronger than solid. I'll work it out. I'll figure it out. Or I'll put some artistic element into it. Or maybe it ain't so bad to have a gosh dang little footrest that isn't so rigid, and you can kind of just rest your foot on it, you know? I don't know. Forge weld it all in one piece. Yeah, well, that's a good idea, but 30 some odd feet of it? No way. Something different. Look at naked. Where's your hat? Oh, who was that? Andrew. Piss off! Gosh dang it, where is my hat? I'll tell you, I'm down to a few hats. I got one good one. I swear somewhere when I moved my house, you know, I don't know if you guys knew or not, but I ended up having to move into a friend's basement. Not because you can't make a living blacksmithing, it's because Chandler's a weird ass loser. But anyway, somewhere in that move, I think I have 3 of these hats that are still brand new, but nobody makes them anymore. So if you see, oldschoolforge@yahoo.com, if you see somebody with the red, white, and blue on the edge of the brim, USA, something kind of subtle, and I don't spend $20 on a hat, so somewhere in the $5 to $10 range, somebody shoot me an email. You look just fine from New Penny Forge. It's alright, it's just hot. That propane forge puts out a lot of heat. So anyway, I'm getting these calls from California about a new show about bladesmithing and stuff. Anybody know anything about that? I might call them back after the live stream. Actually, if I had the balls, I'd call them during the live stream, but I think that would be rude on their part. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people that find me on YouTube that aren't real. I've been hacked so many times, it's not even funny. No, he didn't give the name of the show. He didn't even sound like a producer. You know, a producer has a particular sound. Andrew McDonald about the chop saw. I'll tell you, this Evolution Rage 2, I think is the name of it. I'm not, well, it depends on what you're doing. If you're a machinist, maybe straight isn't straight enough. But for the money that I spent on it, which was less than $200, it's doing really well. Unfortunately, right now, I hope the brushes are bad. Just ordered new brushes, but it's plugged in right now. She don't start. You guys can't see it. Let me slide it over. That shit's hot over here, though. Hang on. Talking about the Evolution Rage 2, this thing, if you're using an abrasive wheel, and you got the money, it cost me a couple $100 online through Home Depot. I don't know what it is now. This thing is if it was dead right now, I wouldn't care. Right now, I squeeze the trigger, nothing happens. I've seen the wheel, and it does work a little bit. And I'm hoping that it's simply just brushes. But even if it isn't brushes, for 200 bucks, it's cheaper than what you can get. Forge and Fire, I've been around that block a couple of times. Actually, one of my friends is going to be on there, Eric Radcliffe. You find him on Facebook somewhere. And I thought he was supposed to be on in September. I haven't heard from him, so pretty soon he's going to be on there. Yeah, I hope it's brushes, Science Addict. I mean, it's sparking out the ass. I'm hoping that it's brushes, because I really love that saw for the money that I paid. Yeah, a lot of bullshit out there. Well, I don't know. Jesus, you know, I used to be pretty popular. My subscriptions used to grow. Now my subscriptions shrink. My views, I mean, I think I've been in the 20 million view range and haven't broken 21 or 22 all year. It's my fault, and it's just the way things go. So I don't want to worry about it. I don't know. I'm trying to play it out. There once was a time where I could almost pay my bills off of YouTube, and then when patrons started paying my bills off of YouTube and Patreon, but I can't do that anymore, and I'll figure out what to do. I just I feel bad. It's like, oh, I put a video out in a week. Oh, Chandler's the loser. I got enough issues. I don't need to be worrying about that. Not that I don't care about you guys. It's just, if I were happy, I'd be doing videos. So it isn't that I'm not making enough money. It isn't this, it isn't that. Chandler's got to find his way out. No time long, no speak. New Penny Forge. To talk to Lucky Bees. Mike Pronk. Hey, bud, don't worry about it. Enjoy making content. Life first, buddy. Well, and that's the thing, is where's the enjoyment? You know, I've made a lot of different things, and content and popularity and making money online is knives and blades. I mean, it's just what it is. So I'd rather just accept it. I'm almost thinking of shutting down Patreon, actually, although it really, really does help. And just doing blacksmithing. I'm going to call this guy back in California. If he's legit, you know, he's like, hey, blades and bladesmithing, and not that there's anything wrong with that. It's awesome. But to me, let's go ahead, and if challenge one is a typical you make a friggin' tracer hook for a gosh darn horse harness arrangement, and then you turn around and make the scythe to cut the wheat. I mean, something like that. Yeah, I'd be interested in. We'll see. Why did you start making videos in the first place? Remember that reason? And don't pay attention to anyone saying different. That's Science Addict. I started making videos because I didn't know anything about making videos. I didn't know anything about what I was doing, and I wasn't afraid to say that. So, and that's why I'm not making as many videos right now, is because sometimes I'll come into the shop and I'll be like, I haven't done a video, let's do one. Look around, what are you going to do? What can I do? What can I rest my... Fuck that, no. I'm not going to just make a video to make a video. I'm just not going to do that. I mean, that's not why I started, that's not how I started. So, and if that's the end of my YouTube career, that's fine with me, because I got several hundred videos up there. I think I did okay with you guys. I hope I did anyway. I'm heading back to semi. Had to break up a few years. Said screw it. Yeah. I remember when I built that grinder. I can't believe that freaking grinder still is right behind me right now. I can't believe it's still working. Because I don't know shit about welding. I had an old Harbor Freight flux core welder. It'll break tomorrow. I lost my welder in this week. Well, in the last 7 days. I lost the saw, which I can almost get running sometimes. But the brushes are on order. If it's the brushes, it's only a $10 fix. And I lost my Miller welder. The feed died on it. Yeah, but see, you guys fuck me up in the head sometimes. I was in the driveway when I made the first horse head, and I was in the driveway this, and now I'm not, and it's confusing. I just want to, when I see something that's cool, and I thought, what the hell, if this cable twist thing works, and again, I actually did a live stream on Facebook today, first, but I had my music playing. You know, I love to have my music playing. God, I turn it on right now. Not that I like music, but for some reason, a little music, a little whiskey, I can get shit done in a day. Don't drink, it's bad. Unless you're supposed to. But Facebook wouldn't show that, so that's why I went over here for you guys. You know, a lot of people started blacksmithing because of people like me that put videos out there, and I feel that pride. I do. It's one of the things, especially over the last 3 or 4 years, where shit's been kind of not so good for me. Yeah, I feel a family out there, and I appreciate that. I don't know what the cable is, Lucky Bee. Some steel cable. I think it's good. I made a lot of knives out of it. It seems like good steel. That was just a test from my cable. He's got a whole spool of cable from a crane that he wants turned into this foot rail. You just do what makes you happy. I hate talking like a personal person here. I mean, if I were like where I should be right now, I'd be freaking riding you guys like a goddamn crazy person. I mean, here's a crazy knife, here's a crazy this, here's a crazy that, and all that kind of stuff. So Thomas said something about do what makes you happy. I do what makes me. I don't do what won't make me happy. All right, let's put it that way. I'm not going to come in and just put together a video so that I have 20 minutes this week. It's all right. I've killed my YouTube channel, and my patrons are slowly disappearing, and it's all right. Staying. Ninja Weasel. Do what makes you happy. Again, I hear that all the time, and it's like it's beyond my understanding anymore. But keeps the lights on. Now that one I understand. Yeah, I show up every week. Josh D, do you hunt? I used to hunt, and I have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl, and they're adults or nearly adults. And I've taught hunting, and I've taught that, but no, they took my guns away a couple of years ago, 2016, because I was depressed and suicidal. So I don't hunt anymore, although I could get a bow. Plus, as you get to be my age, or at least as I got to my age, you know, Jesus, if I can go to Tops and buy a friggin' chicken and let a grouse walk free, there's not a lot of animals around here anymore. So, I mean, I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy what happens when you get old. Blazar, yeah, 173 subscribed, which I've had 173 subscribers, 173,000 subscribers for like 2 years, and they've been slowly dropping. I mean, then you just have to. I don't know if you guys know who Fonzie is from Happy Days back in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. There was once a show when Fonzie decided to jump. Well, he had a fancy motorcycle, and he tried to jump a tank or swimming pool full of sharks. Blah blah blah. They call it jumping the shark, and I might have done that by getting lost in who I am as a human. I may have lost that, and I'm not worried about the subscribers. I like it; it makes me feel good. especially when people tell me, I watch your shit and I forget about things, or veterans or young kids or people that are just, lost in this freaked up world. It's just kind of a crazy world. Quite honestly, that is the only satisfaction I get in life, is to know that some of you guys are actually there. The Fonz, Mike Prompter. Yeah, targets. I used to shoot pistol competitively. I used to shoot competitive pistol. I wasn't very competitive. 45, 1911, single stack, and the hell was it? Was it model 17 or 19? Glock. I used to shoot USPCA, a little bit of IDPA, and but when they took my guns, they took my pistol permit. It's not gone. There ain't a shrink in the world that would say that Chandler's not depressed. So I believe in Santa. That rabbit. Yeah, I believe him. I've been him. I've helped him out. So yeah, I believe in Santa. But you can own a bow. Yeah, I could own a bow or a crossbow, or I could find a gun. Jesus, it ain't hard to do it, but it's just the point. You go out. Listen, I'm 51 years old. I fucked up my life by marrying the wrong person and being with somebody else for another 10 years. I don't own land. I don't own property. I don't own anything, practically. So if I go hunting on either somebody else's land, which isn't my animal to kill, or I go hunting on state land, and there's very few animals left. So yeah, killing to me, I'd rather raise my animals and kill them than hunt. But I do love to hunt. Hunting is a challenge. I love grouse hunting. The coolest thing about grouse hunting is you can hunt all day long, out in this area anyway. And there's some areas where you just walk up and they're running around the ground. But out in this area, you can hunt grouse all day long, not stop, because you walk when you hunt grouse. I do anyway. I don't drive. I walk. You walk for miles and miles and miles. You can put out 15 grouse in a heavily wooded area. You can shoot 5-10 shots, and in the end you don't come home with anything because of the woods or whatever. That's fun, and it's just fun to do that kind of stuff. Granddad's Forge. Ironically, blacksmithing is my mental cure. Remember what you love about the forge. I hope the fact that I'm still at it. Jesus. It's just every single day. I was a software engineer, an industrial engineer, electromechanical engineer. Shit, I used to make $250,000 a year, or up to that at one time. And I decided to do this for a particular reason, and that reason involved it was a multitude of reasons. Part of it wasn't, I don't know if it was what I love. I was proud of it. So that's why I still do it. I'm proud of it. I'm not going to let life take away this part of it. Ace Glenview, do you fish? I like to fish, but I don't fish very often. The old house that I had lake rights, and I used to be able to go fishing anytime I want. But I don't fish very much anymore. I don't do anything very much anymore. I show up, I do work as hard as I can for as long as I can, and then I go home just to show up tomorrow. It's a fact, guys. I'm sorry. I don't want to bring anybody down, but that's just the way it is. You got to get back into the game associations to boost population. Yeah, grouse and Jim Burns Jr. Boost the grouse and the pheasant population is a direct result of the human population, and that brings up a very complex conversation. So go where there's no humans, and I think you'll find more grouse. Well, I'll tell you, Ian Lynch, I don't know anything either, and that means nobody can take it from you. And that's, you have no clue how much comfort that gives me. You know, it's like I owe some people some money. I owe the government a little bit of money, and they can take this shop. I know that every day I show up and wonder if there's going to be a little sign on the window. But, yeah, when you have little to lose, when you have little to lose. Well, when you're my age and you really thought you did well, you thought you tried and did well, you know, everybody wants happiness. And it's nice. It would be nice to think that it's achievable. Right now, it's out of reach. Let's see. Afternoon. It's 5:44 in the morning here in Australia. Josh D. 5:44. Go back to bed or get your ass to work. One of the two. Yeah. Bob's your uncle. Wait a minute. Everybody's saying hey to Bob. Who did I miss? Where's Bob? Who's Bob? No, I probably am out of the loop. Everybody's saying hi, Bob. New Penny Forge, B&B, what's that mean? Oh, B&B Forge is Bob. Oh. B&B Forge. Bob's your uncle. You in Australia? I don't know what the hell that means, but Bob's your uncle. I've heard it. Oh, jeez, I'm so tired. I sprained my foot over the weekend. I'm wearing this stupid boot. It's getting to me. Hey, Bob, you're popular, man. I gotta check out your stuff. Anyway, what the hell time is it? Yeah, well, you know what, you guys, take with my videos, because I'm not making as many as I did, and maybe someday I'll make more than I have. But I think the biggest thing about the video is the videos that I did is, number one, don't be afraid to accept you don't know something. And number two, don't automatically assume if somebody tells you how it is to accept that's the way it is. Go out and try it yourself. Akios. Do you know any scrap yards that actually resell scrap? I'm not far from you, just outside of Rome. Well, the only place I know of would be about 2 hours for you, and what they have is probably not worth the drive. But there is a place in Seneca Falls that, if you talk to them and they understand what you're after, they let you do it, and that's all I'll say. But it's too far away. It's not worth the drive. There's other ways to get steel. Bob's your auntie. I'm in my 20s, so I can't say I've got tons of experience, but I do know what makes me happy, and that's charity work. Yeah. You know, that rabbit who's in his 20s is like, you know, charity work, which charity work has a lot of definitions. But let me just infer what you mean is working harder than you are compensated for and feeling good about it. And that's the bitch of what I do with my business, you know. I got a project outside somebody's going to be picking up here hopefully tonight. And I have 6 hours into it, and I can't charge them 6 hours for it because it just ain't worth 6 hours. I mean, yeah, it took 6 hours, but it ain't worth the money. I like to charge $50 an hour. I don't often get that. That's what I start with. It isn't worth it. I'm going to charge them $150 for a couple of days' work, and well, not a couple of days, but in the end, it turns out to be a couple of days, 6 hours plus planning, blah blah blah. So yeah, that's where I am. I just need to get past this hump where I can pay the silly little bills that I have left and still show up for work and do kind of not what I want, but, and I don't know, not worry about whether or not I'm going to make the bill. So charity, if you call it charity, I don't know. Yeah, charity's good. As defined, it's good. But giving somebody more than they paid for, yeah, it makes you feel good. It's a bad business practice. Yeah, my ankle's getting better. I went to the doctor today just to make sure it wasn't broke. It's what you get when you're 51 years old and you try to wrestle a 26-year-old ex-military vet. It was just a friendly wrestling match. I will have to say though, even though the dude's like, I don't know, 6'5", 290 pounds, I beat him right-handed arm wrestling, and I beat him left-handed arm wrestling, and then he freaking almost broke my foot. Well, first man hits the ground loses. Well, James Joan SW. All of you guys that are still around have made me feel like I was an inspiration. And that's more than any people in my world, especially those that I've spent the last 10, 15 years around, have made me feel. So you guys have certainly helped me, hopefully, as much as I help you. I hope at least. And you guys are just crazy. You're all just crazy mother effers. I don't know. There's days that I don't know if I'm going to be here tomorrow, and you guys seem to always make you guilt me into it. Like Donna says, you're not allowed. Joe McDermott, he comments on me on Facebook all the time. Well, get the inspiration. You know, let's say I inspired you because I was a dumbass, didn't know anything, friggin' white-collar person. But then pay attention to those old guys. Not all of them, but a lot of them. And learn it right if you're going to do it. And you know what? If you're not going to do it, at least learn that you can do certain things. You know, like the project outside, I'm hoping will get picked up today, is a modern mortar mixer for a mason, and they built the tub with a grate on top with a bag cutter, and then a small door, like a 12-inch door, and that's the door you're supposed to clean the tub out, and you can't clean the tub out. So even though I'm supposed to be a blacksmith hammering on the anvil, people come to me for that kind of stuff, and I made the entire top hingeable. It's, that's it. Knowing how to do things, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. How long have I been online? Freaking hour and 58 minutes, 59 seconds, 1 hour and 1 minute. And it's only 4 o'clock. What do you guys say? Time for me to go home? Let's check out my cable before. It should be cool now. Ooh, it's not that cool after all. But yeah, there's way too much flexibility. Even if I were to put brackets every... God, that's hot. Sun's up, bitches, that's hot. Even if I were to put brackets every couple of feet, maybe brackets every couple of feet, it sure does look freaking cool. And again, this is for the facility that I'm in now. There's already a distillery here, and they're putting in a brewery. So, that's a cool looking footrest, and maybe we'll figure out how to make that work. There's a lot of things we can do to reinforce it or wrap it around something more solid. But proof of concept, that's what I brought to you today. And this was 6 foot. Oh, let's check that out. I started off with 6 foot. I'm going to end up with at least 6 inches of waste on each end. And yeah, let's call it 6 inches. So that's regardless. So we're going to lose a foot. Let's call it 5 foot from there. And we ended up with, I would say, let's check it again. After twisting, 4'3". So that was one of the key things about today's project, is what is the shrinkage going to be when I go ahead and twist this thing up. So from 6 foot with a scrap of a foot, 6 inches on each end just to get the winding going. So that's 5 foot goes to 4'3". We lost whatever that number is. I'm too tired to figure it out, but we'll work it out. Alright, I'm going to go. I don't know what a super chat is, Liam, and it's super when I have the ambition just to turn on live stream, so. E6363EE, do I still have a motorbike? I do have one CM, well, it's kind of a Franken bike. I do have a CM 400, it's actually a 420. And I may get that back on the road, I may not. I'm going to hold on to it though, because you never know. Someday Chandler going to take and hop on a bike and head west and find a horse and a long place to ride. Anyway, I'm out of here. Sorry for the long live stream. At least I interacted with you guys for a little bit, so if some of you can be quiet about that. I don't know. I'm still here, guys. I'm still here, and hopefully I'll get to the point where I got a little bit of money where it needs to be, and I just show up and let's do something crazy. What was that zombie challenge? I gotta look that up. Jeez, I forgot where that was. I'm in the mood for a freaking zombie hammer. I really am. So, hey, I can't explain to you how much I appreciate your support. If you don't understand that as sincerity, I wish you could. As far as Patreon goes and the PayPal donations and all that, you know, it allowed me to get past the move, but it's not enough for me to just totally focus on videos at this point. So I'm going to continue to do videos, but I may shut those sites down because at this point I don't want to hope that I'm pleasing everybody or pleasing people with money and all that. But anyways, we'll get back to you. We'll see what happens. I'm trying to just get some cash ahead. The move killed me mentally, physically, and financially, and that's where I am right now. So I thank you all for your support, and hope that I would see you guys again soon. I'm sure I will. And who knows what can happen. Tomorrow might be a different day. I could wake up and win the lottery, start giving animals away every day. You never know. Love you all. Seriously, thank you. Be strong, keep hammering, whatever it is that you're hammering against. Let the metal do the bending. You keep strong. Ciao. Of course, I don't know how to stop a live stream. Oh, how about stop?